The man just instigated the immortals to peep at Chani taking a bath because he was bored. Now, he's in the mortal realm feeling bored because he hasn't experienced defeat. During this time, he not only unified the 6 kingdoms to become the greatest emperor of all time, but also became the supreme leader of the martial arts world, and even unified all the gangs in the Dragon Kingdom. The ladies demanded that Tang Chuan show them favor every night, but he had already lost interest. Just when the ladies were fighting for his attention, time stood still, and a woman from the immortal world named Ning Sixing appeared before them. She addressed Tang Chuan as predecessor. Seeing this, Tang Chuan knocked out everyone in the room. Ning Sixing said that there was a major issue in the immortal world and asked for Tang Chuan's help in resolving it. However, Ning Sixing wondered if the Heavenly Emperor had made a mistake since the man in front of him didn't look like he had lived for 3,000 years. Tang Chuan then asked her who the current Heavenly Emperor was, and she replied that it was the 8-star element immortal named Dao Qing. Tang Chuan remembered that Dao Qing was once a child who begged him to teach him the method of dual cultivation. He never expected him to become the Heavenly Emperor. However, he recalled that Dao Qing was loyal since he helped Tang Chuan take the blame for exploring the mysteries of life with Thunder Immortal, which resulted in Dao Qing being struck by lightning for hundreds of years. Tang Chuan decided to go back to the immortal world. Ning Sixing then opened the portal to the immortal world. Tang Chuan, on the other hand, said, "Isn't that a dog hole? I won't go back there." Then he waved his hand, and a door appeared in front of them. Once he returned to the immortal world, Dao Qing cried and told him how much he missed him. Tang Chuan reminded him that he taught him the technique to rejuvenate himself, so he shouldn't be so old. Dao Qing told him to talk on the side. It turned out that Tang Chuan was caught stealing Wang Wu's peaches and violating heavenly laws by peeking at Chani taking a bath in the past. If anyone finds out, I would definitely get punished for using his immortal technique. Then I asked what business Dao Qing had with me and explained that half a year ago, there were signs of the demon realm's resurgence, and the immortal army sent to investigate never returned. Dao Qing suspected that the demon realm had already regained its full strength. Tang Chuan asked, "Are you here to bring me back and send me to fight?" Dao Qing smiled and said, "Only you, the big shot, can turn the tide in the immortal world." However, Tang Chuan turned and walked away, saying he had no interest in maintaining peace in the immortal world. Dao Qing pleaded, "Our fellow soldiers in the immortal army are probably just captured. They can still be saved." But Tang Chuan remained reluctant. Then, Dao Qing asked, "Don't you want to have a passionate relationship with the female demon cultivators?" Tang Chuan stopped in his tracks upon hearing this and said, "Interesting. Last time we fought against the demon army, we didn't do much before it ended." Dao Qing then increased his efforts, saying, "These female demon cultivators are all hot and skilled. They are definitely worth meeting." Ning Sixing, who was behind them, heard everything. She wondered if it was really okay to leave the fate of the immortal world in Tang Chuan's hands if saving the immortal world was easier than dealing with the female demon cultivators in his eyes. Dao Qing explained that the mission this time was to be an undercover agent in the demon realm to find out about their plan to revive themselves and prevent any future trouble. Upon hearing this, Tang Chuan became excited and wanted to become an undercover agent. Meanwhile, in the demon realm, the demons were celebrating their revival. Tang Chuan's goal was to have a romantic relationship with the female demon cultivators. Not correct. Tang Chuan's goal was find out the reason for the demon realm's revival. The demon leader then explained that in order to prevent the immortal world's undercover agents from entering the demon realm, they would need to go through 5 tests to screen them. Tang Chuan thought to himself that the demon realm was more interesting than he had expected. The demon leader then explained the rules of the tests. The tests would evaluate the candidate's morality, intelligence, physical fitness, beauty, and labor skills. If the candidate was discovered to be an undercover agent, their fate would be like the head in the demon leader's hand, which he promptly crushed. The first test was the morality test. The examiner instructed the candidates to flip over the pot on the table and immediately kill whatever was inside it. The latest 3 people to complete the task would be considered a failure. While the other demons flipped over their pots to find cute puppies, Tang Chuan found a cute puppy in his pot as well, surprising and melting the hearts of the other demons. The rumor was that whoever owned the puppy would be the most handsome guy in the demon realm, but Tang Chuan had no interest in such a thing, but he immediately smacked it. The cute little dog fell like this. But Tang Chuan passed the first round of assessment with an unchanged expression. Even the examiner exclaimed that this guy is simply scum. It turned out that Tang Chuan couldn't even harm the little dog. This is just a steamed bun with tomato beef filling. As for the second assessment, wisdom, the examiner stated that being ruthless is not enough. One must be cunning to win in the battle against the immortal world. Therefore, this assessment focuses on examining everyone's scheming abilities. Among the 10 people present, 3 of them have clearance cards hidden on their bodies. Guess who has the clearance card and come to confirm with me. If you guess correctly, you can obtain their clearance card and pass the test. If you don't guess correctly, the person who still holds the clearance card after 10 minutes can pass the test. 1 chance per person. A total of 3 rounds. No physical contact allowed during the process. This assessment is to test everyone's scheming abilities. Afterwards, several Demon Realm examiners pointed out their suspected candidates one after another, while Tang Chuan silently watched their lip movements, thinking to himself that they won't be able to choose the right one after so many rounds. The probability is a bit abnormal. He then expressed suspicion towards one of the candidates, and when the examiner came closer to hear whom Tang Chuan suspected, he showed a surprised reaction. Tang Chuan looked at the person's reaction and became even more certain that number 5 had the clearance card. Number 5 angrily retorted, "Didn't we only have 1 chance?" Tang Chuan explained, "I haven't even said whom I suspect yet, but your facial expression has already given you away." Number 5 immediately started cursing at the examiner, who responded, "This is your own problem because his first sentence to me wasn't about whom he suspects, but rather that he's an undercover agent from the immortal world." Tang Chuan passed again, and the powerful figures behind the scenes looked at him, praising him as an exceptionally rare bad guy. They then planned to enter the next assessment, which was physical, and just as Tang Chuan was curious about what it would test, he discovered a group of girls changing clothes behind the door, including the fairy Ning Sixing, who was facing the biggest crisis in history. As a fairy, she followed Tang Chuan to the Demon Realm as an undercover agent, but didn't have the Demon Realm's unique totem to prepare for being exposed. It turned out that the demon race liked to record their achievements and cultivation on their bodies with totems, while the immortals kept their bodies clean and pure without any trace of impurities. Tang Chuan thought that this was a sneaky way to identify spies, and Ning Sixing seemed to have come unprepared, judging from her expression. Tang Chuan then chanted a spell and the shadow on the ground turned into a snake, following Ning Sixing. Meanwhile, in the changing room, other demons were questioning her about her totem. Later, the snake-shaped shadow was carved onto her leg, which surprised Ning Sixing greatly. At this time, the totem also emitted a red light, and someone asked why she didn't reveal her totem earlier. However, it's inevitable for you to be carved in this position. Then, the next group of demonic cultivators were invited to enter. Tang Chuan whispered as he passed by, "I've taken back the little snake." Ning Sixing only realized that Tang Chuan had saved her when this happened. Then it was the moment for the male demons to show their totems. Not only was there a frost giant wolf that had been killed in the extreme northern ice fields, but also a green cloud dragon from the Black Cloud Valley. A muscular man next to Tang Chuan sneered and asked if he was a little chick, since he hadn't shown his totem yet. The demons present all laughed. Suddenly, Tang raised his middle finger, showing his totem, "Idiot." This sarcastic gesture infuriated the muscular man. Although it was small, it was indeed a permanent runic symbol, and it was even written in magic script, which was very prestigious. However, it was used to carve such a despicable word, which was really impressive. Then they prepared for the next test, and the other totems on Tang Chuan's body were already eager to show themselves. He said, "I came here to be a spy, not a demon king." The 4th test did not require female demons to participate, and Ning Sixing was curious why they didn't have to. The examiner next to her explained that it was originally meant for double cultivation with men. At this point, a bald rough man blushed and tried to run away, but was caught by the bull demon behind him who wielded a knife. Originally, immortals and demons cannot practice together. If one does, they will lose all their cultivation. The 4th test is to practice with fox demons to expose the undercover agent. Ning Sixing worries about Tang Chuan. Won't he be exposed? As Tang Chuan enters, he finds the fox demons waiting for him seductively. Tang Chuan thinks to himself that there are 3 of them, and even demons cannot withstand a depletion of their yang energy. "Don't worry, sister will be gentle, but you haven't moved yet. Are you an undercover from the immortal realm?" Tang Chuan hears this and becomes unhappy. He wants to show off his skills. The sight before the fox demons leaves them speechless. So powerful unexpectedly. Ning Sixing is still worried about Tang Chuan being exposed. They hear a sound from the door. Everyone is surprised to hear a scream from the fox demons. Tang Chuan is sweating profusely and asks where the next test is. The fox demon sisters are reluctant to let him leave. Ning Sixing is blushing. Is Tang Chuan an immortal or a demon? The leaders of the demon world see Tang Chuan's strength and remove him as a suspect, trying to recruit him. However, there is still one final test that is crucial. The 5th test is about labor and is determined by battle power, which decides one's position in the demon world after entering. The examiners state that the winners of each group will have the chance to join the elite team. Tang Chuan is bored even before the test begins because he knows he is the strongest. The 2 trash behind him stare at him fiercely and ask if they know him. They accuse him of cheating in the last round and of being responsible for their reputation as weaklings. Can't compare with you, it's because of you. We feel ashamed. Today, we won't let you stand up. Tang Chuan sneered. If you can't match up to others, just accuse me of cheating. Is it possible that you're all just weak? Meanwhile, everyone was furious and attacking Tang Chuan. The dark powers behind the scenes wondered what was going on. This person dared to challenge 9 opponents. They either had great skills or were too confident. However, Tang Chuan easily defeated them with his tactics, without even lifting a finger. He simply used poison to knock them out. You're despicable, you villain, they cried out. The referee, however, stated that using poison was not against the rules. As long as you don't give up, you won't lose. Do you hear that? Even if we're poisoned, we won't lose. But Tang Chuan revealed a sinister expression. I'm not planning to wait for the poison to take effect before I strike. Of course, I'll take advantage of your illness to take your life. In the 5th test, Ning Sixing was evenly matched with the snake demon. Suddenly, the snake demon stretched out its arms, which were several meters long. Ning Sixing quickly dodged, but was still caught by the snake demon. Just as the snake demon was about to deal a deadly blow, Ning Sixing used her mouth to attack first. The snake demon wondered if this person was a dog, as she had bitten it. Helpless, the snake demon let go of Ning Sixing. Ning Sixing then took advantage of the situation and concentrated her energy. The snake demon saw this and began to sweat profusely. Then Ning Sixing rushed towards the snake demon and killed it. Just then, someone launched a sneak attack against Ning Sixing while she was attacking. The person behind her went straight for her temple. Other examiners were commenting, "Oh, her temple is about to be crushed." However, Tang Chuan saw what was happening and came to her rescue. Fingers gathered powerful energy. With a gentle swipe, the attacker's leg bone was instantly crushed, and her face fiercely hit Ning Sixing's hand. Then she was defeated, falling down in a strange posture with 4 limbs up in the air. The winner was Ning Sixing. She turned his head and looked at Tang Chuan, wondering if he helped me with that attack. Then the examiner asked everyone to rest and come back tomorrow. A centurion will select suitable people to join their team. Wishing everyone good luck. Ning Sixing quickly called out to Tang Chuan, and Tang Chuan whispered, "Do you know that it's easy for others to discover that we're undercover if you act like that?" Ning Sixing said, "I just want to thank you for saving me twice. Although you are a rookie, it's your fault to keep squeezing forward when you know you're not good enough. Do you know how much trouble you bring to others?" Ning Sixing apologized quickly. "I know I'm a rookie, but my sister went missing during the war with the demon race. I must find her, and I can also help you stay in contact with the immortal realm." Suddenly, Tang Chuan stopped walking, and Ning Sixing bumped into him directly. It turned out that the centurion came to find them, not tomorrow to select people. "Why are you so eager to find me? I'm not looking for you. I'm here to arrest you, the undercover agent from the immortal realm." The centurion, Bain, believed that Tang Chuan and Ning Sixing were sent by the immortal realm. Ning Sixing thought that as long as he didn't confess, the centurion wouldn't have any evidence against them. However, Tang Chuan walked straight up to the centurion and said, "Say one more word and I'll rip your mouth apart." His vulgar words made everyone uncertain. Could those stupid bastards from the immortal realm have such a strong aura? Bain said, "You obviously helped Ning Sixing during the competition, but your resume clearly states that you have no relatives or friends. You must be from the immortal realm, and you secretly help each other." The demons behind him claimed that he had engaged in dual cultivation with a fox demon. If a celestial being and a demon were to engage in dual cultivation together, they would die on the spot. Being able to engage in dual cultivation with 3 fox demons at the same time can only be possible with the use of illusion techniques. The crowd began to believe that he was a spy. "I told you so. How could he be so strong? He made me weak like a kidney deficiency." The fox demon stood next to Tang Chuan and spoke up for him. "He is indeed that powerful. You guys are just jealous and weak." Seeing Tang Chuan's silence, "Take down Tang Chuan." Tang Chuan quickly struck out with a palm, astonishing everyone. He had used the unique technique of the heavenly demonic lord, the soul-capturing palm. "I'll spare you this time. If you keep slandering me, I'll chop you up next time." "Who are you?" "I only helped Ning Sixing to get laid. I'm not the spy you were talking about." Seeing Bain being defeated, everyone laughed and mocked him. Later that night, "Can you loosen your grip first?" But Tang Chuan said that this is the demon realm and we must act until the end. "We can continue acting in your room later." Ning Sixing asked if his ability to engage in dual cultivation with 3 fox demons was really just an illusion. "Do you think mere fox demons would need to use illusion techniques? Of course not. Let me show you my secret tonight." "Never mind. I'll give you a demonstration right now." Another centurion witnessed the scene. "Do you still doubt me being a spy?" "Bao Jia," the centurion, replied, "your personality and character are top-notch trash. It's impossible for someone from the fairy realm to be such an idiot. You flatter me, Ning Sixing thought. Is he praising him? Under the watchful gaze of the demons, Tang Chuan carried Ning Sixing into the room and ordered the demons to leave. Don't try to steal any techniques here. Ning Sixing was surprised that the demons left so easily. Tang Chuan immediately kissed her and released a burst of energy that left her gasping for air. The energy transformed into mice that scurried around the room, searching for something. Tang Chuan covered Ning Sixing's mouth, perhaps to prevent her from revealing any secrets. The mice eventually found some bugs that turned out to be listening devices. Now all 13 bugs have been neutralized, Ning Sixing said. But if you kill them all, won't it raise suspicion? Don't worry, Tang Chuan replied. I took care of them. The sounds that couldn't be heard won't be discovered. After finishing their task, Tang Chuan collapsed on the bed, which Tang Chuan suggested was perfect for them to have a 300-round battle. However, Ning Sixing declined, saying she preferred her own room. Tang Chuan reminded her that they were both highly suspicious figures, and if anything happened to her, he would be exposed as well. He promised to send her back to the fairy realm in a few days and wondered why Dao Qing had sent her to cause trouble. Ning Sixing offered her services as a liaison between the fairy realm and the demon realm and also as a strategist. Suddenly, Tang Chuan's expression changed and he looked towards the door. Senior, Ning Sixing panicked. Is there a demon eavesdropping outside? Hold me tight. But Tang Chuan was confused. What are you talking about? Is someone watching us? I thought we were just acting. My apologies, Senior, I misunderstood. I didn't expect you to react so quickly. But now we're pretending to be a couple. You keep calling me Senior. Aren't you afraid of getting us into trouble? Then how should I address you? Call me Dad. Unbelievable, that just satisfies your weird fetish, doesn't it? This is what's in line with the characteristics of the demon world. Ning Sixing says that the true essence of immortals is very beneficial to the demon clan. The higher your position, the more immortal captives you have. So you should try to get promoted as much as possible. But at this moment, Tang Chuan has fallen asleep. Ning Sixing doesn't know that Tang has woken up already, and is secretly taking off her stockings. A scene that is also witnessed by Tang Chuan. Why did you wake up at this particular time? Was it intentional? Tang Chuan explains. Don't be nervous, I just saw a little bit. At night, as a fairy, Ning Sixing has never shared a bed with a man before, and is very worried that this man will be unscrupulous. But she seems to be afraid that he won't come, so she quietly gets up and watches Tang Chuan. He fell asleep just like that? Am I really not attractive enough? However, Tang Chuan hasn't actually fallen asleep. Why is she staring at me like that? Does she have a crush on me? So he suddenly gets up, frightening Ning Sixing, who turns her head and pretends to be asleep. Tang Chuan says it's time to get up and do something important. But Ning Sixing is curious about what important thing they need to do. It turns out that some demons have arrived at the door. Ning Sixing thinks to herself, if Tang Chuan could detect this small disturbance, then does that mean he noticed me secretly watching him all night yesterday? The demons lead them to a forest and say, brothers, let's welcome a new friend. The crowd expressed their welcome one after another. Hello, everyone. I'm Tang Chuan, said one of the demons. Our Lifeng Hall is in desperate need of women. Captain, let me take her. Bao Jia, the centurion, said, you're too late. She's a friend of brother Tang Chuan's. I'm sorry, everyone. I'll let my brothers have a turn after I'm done. Ning Sixing, who was standing behind him, was already furious. Forget it. I still prefer to swallow immortal essence. By the way, boss, what about that immortal you got from the higher-ups last time? Let us take a look. Bao Jia shot a beam of energy towards a cage. It turned out that there was a fairy trapped inside. Then Bao Jia announced the mission. Whoever captures the most sword-horned beasts before sunset can take this little girl home. She's a Xian immortal, and her immortal essence is very nourishing. Ning Sixing declared that he must win. We have to save her. But Tang Chuan said, we mustn't win. Do as I say later. Ning Sixing looked at the demons frantically searching for sword-horned beasts to win the fairy and asked Tang Chuan, are we really safe here? Our fellow clan members will be taken away by them, and there will be nothing left for us. Don't worry, I have a plan, Tang Chuan replied. Why are they competing to capture sword-horned beasts when they're not even rare monsters? He wondered, but then said, never mind. Come on, let's go into the woods with me. Ning Sixing was confused, and Bao Jia watched them enter the woods instead of hunting the sword-horned beasts, thinking, what the fuck are they doing? You wouldn't really come, right? I am still a virgin. Tang Chuan was vigorously hammering the ground, surrounded by golden light. It turned out to be the invisibility cloak that could hide his presence. Old pig, come out. What's the matter? I'm still sleeping. You are well informed and well connected. Do you know what the demons want with the capture of the fencing beast? but this lustful pig just drooled at the sight of a pretty girl. "Let me touch her." In the next second, Tang Chuan punched him, turning him into a pig's head. "Stop hitting me! The fencing beasts are just runners. They are probably looking for the fencing beast's big shot." Su Hao likes to collect rare and exotic treasures. The demons probably got wind that he had obtained some treasure. Ning Sixing was surprised to hear that Su Hao was one of the ancient 100 ghosts. "Where can we find Su Hao?" Old Pig said he didn't know. Tang Chuan said, "My kidneys haven't been working well lately. I'll cut yours and use them to supplement mine later." "No, or you could look for him near the water source in the east. Keep your kidneys for now." Ning Sixing asked if Tang Chuan was really planning to find Su Hao. "Anyway, I'm bored, and it's not like I have anything else to do. Let's have some fun. But there are demons all around. If we fly away, we will surely be exposed." Tang Chuan simply hugged Ning Sixing and said, "We don't have to fly." Then he picked her up and ran away like a rocket. In an instant, they arrived in front of a cave. Tang Chuan had already smelled the scent of money and walked in without hesitation. Ning Sixing shouted at him, "This is obviously a trap. Don't go in." In the next second, a boulder smashed into Tang Chuan's forehead, and Ning Sixing's expression had already gone out of control. Tang Chuan remained expressionless. "What happened? What did you just shout?" Tang Chuan found one of the 100 ghosts, Su Hao, who offered a bronze plate with both hands. "Recently, the demon clan has been inquiring about my whereabouts, probably for this thing. Are you okay with me taking it?" Su Hao quickly nodded and said, "Brother, please go ahead. You're welcome to come again anytime." Ning Sixing expressed concern about the possibility of the demon clan finding them and exposing them. Tang Chuan assured her that they would move if they needed to. Su Hao then hurriedly left, while the demon clan had finished their hunting and sword fighting competition. But Tang Chuan and his team were nowhere to be seen. This made Bao Jie suspicious. Suddenly, Tang Chuan rushed out of a small forest, looking flustered. "Sorry, everyone, I'm late." The demon clan mocked him, commenting on how fierce he was, even ripping her clothes. "Sorry to have kept you waiting, brothers. I am just a little rusty after all this time." Bao Jie announced that Wei had caught the most sword-fighting beasts in the competition and handed over the fairy to him, placing a seal on her as well. Everyone warned him not to be too aggressive since he was practicing both fairy and demon cultivation, which could be fatal. "You can envy me all you want. I have 100 ways to have fun." At that moment, a butterfly landed on the fairy. Later that night, Wei took the fairy he had just won home and said to her, "Tonight, you will accompany me well. I will be gentle." Tang Chuan appeared behind him and whispered, "I can also be gentle." Suddenly, Wei's neck twisted 360 degrees. "Don't be afraid. I'm also from the fairy realm," Tang Chuan said. The fairy thanked him for his help. Tang Chuan noticed the seal behind her, which could cause complications if forcibly removed. Tang Chuan offered to input fairy energy into her body to force out the seal. However, the fairy didn't understand how it was possible since the seal prevented fairy energy from flowing through her 8 meridians. Tang Chuan explained that his fairy energy doesn't follow the regular paths. "Sorry, please bear with me for a moment." Then Chrysanthemum emitted a powerful energy, and the fairy felt the strength entering her body while still maintaining a face of enjoyment.